back over the last decade, first I'm just awed by the distance that we've traveled together. And I think in that time, both CFED and the field have changed and continue to change in really important ways. In the past 10 years, CFED has been a tool and resource provider, a thought partner, sometimes a pass-through funder, a technical assistance provider, and a convener. And in the field in that same time period, a whole new partnership model emerged, one that came to be known as statewide asset coalitions. These statewide asset coalitions were first born in states like Massachusetts, Illinois, Michigan, and California, and then spread to other parts of the country from Hawaii to Texas to North Carolina, and today there are many, many more. More recently, as we heard yesterday, there's been an emergence of work at the local level, part of that led by cities themselves, but part of it also led in partnership with local organizations and by local coalitions. And we've seen and we continue to see many new sectors embrace elements of an asset building approach. So here we are today. We are many. And we are more diverse, representing a spectrum of interests, actors, and approaches. But what we don't yet have is a coordinated, effective constituency to advocate for policies that help families achieve economic opportunity. Nor do we have an effective way to collaborate nationally, to learn from each other, and to test better ways of working. Eugene Robinson told us what's at stake. As a field, we must find new ways of leveraging our collective experience, both to improve the way programs get delivered, as well as to change the policies that set the rules of the game. For the past few years, we've recognized that new roles and new relationships are needed in order to advance our work and achieve meaningful change at scale. So 2 years ago, we started having conversations about what needed to come next. 2 years ago, I met Robin Ketcher, who introduced us to this concept of movement-oriented networks. We polled our then partners, asking them what they wanted and what they needed, not just from CFED, but from each other. We convened a funder advisory committee. We convened a research advisory committee. And we convened a year-long interim steering committee in 2011 to vet the idea and help shape what a national assets network could look like. This interim network steering committee, which was comprised of many of our longstanding partners, but very intentionally added some newer players to the field, as well as some of those who worked at the local level, it refined the structure and the initial value proposition for the Assets and Opportunity Network. And it also designed a democratic process for selecting a permanent network steering committee that would guide and shape the direction of the network going forward. This permanent network steering committee that was selected is an 11-member group of state and local leaders that represent the diversity in the field in terms of years of experience, geography, advocacy and organizing focus, content expertise, rural, urban, and population focus. And I'd like to ask each of those 11 members to stand up and be recognized for your leadership. So in 2012, we've been in what I've been calling a beta test phase for the Assets and Opportunity Network. We did some important things. We built the technological infrastructure to communicate with each other. 61 organizations nationally have stepped forward to become lead state and lead local organizations in the network who are the conveners in their specific states and local areas. We've tested out some joint action, both to raise awareness nationally about this concept of asset poverty and to weigh in on some important federal policy issues that matter to members. And in 2012, the Permanent Network Steering Committee began meeting. The leadership and the ownership that the Network Steering Committee and that these 61 lead state and lead local organizations are taking is an essential milestone in the development of the national network. Going forward, we want and need to move from a model that is hub and spoke, if you will, with CFED as the main connector and people and resources along the continuum towards something that is more self-authorizing. We know that networks work best when there is a combination of giving and getting, of contributing to the creation of the whole and getting something tangible back that you can use in your own day-to-day work. However, through interviews and through direct experience, we know that many of you are already doing a lot with a little, and that it may be impractical or not even effective to move to the other extreme. So as we go forward, we need to try out a new model that is neither as structured as hub and spoke nor as completely decentralized as this self-authorizing model. A model that perhaps tends toward a common locus, but one where the connections between and among the nodes are as rich and as nuanced and as strong as the connections toward the center. I know this might give you a headache, this picture. Isn't it cool, though? So the Network Steering Committee is up to the challenge of helping us chart our course forward.